Hey people of the interwebs, it is Q with another scuba diving adventure. In Australia they have many expressions, and one that's used quite a lot is having a sneaky something. So you could have a sneaky pie, or a sneaky date night, or a sneaky beer. Well, I guess today's scuba dive could be classified as a sneaky scuba dive. It's Friday morning and I've cleared my diary and given myself the morning off, because the weather is perfect, the water is fantastic, there's at least 10 to 15 meters of visibility out there, and I'm hooking up with my scuba buddy Gordon, and we're going to head out and see what adventures we can get ourselves into. Not sure what dive site we're going to yet. I guess you'll find out when we get there. After a brief look at some of the Caloundra dive sites, we finally decided on Shelly Beach. This dive site is not normally accessible to us during the summer months because of the wind and water conditions, so when the conditions are perfect, we take every opportunity to dive here. Because the visibility was so good, we cut short our surface swim and dropped down into relatively shallow water of 3.9 meters, which is 12.8 feet. And the water temperature was a very nice 22 degrees Celsius, which is 71.5 Fahrenheit. Within minutes of starting our search for adventure, we came across this beautiful wobbegong. About the same size as me, about 1.7 meters or 5.5 feet. This guy showed absolutely no concern about two divers being in his presence and so close to him. Not even a flinch, no recognition that he'd actually perceived that we were there, although I'm pretty sure he knew we were there. This is where most wobbegongs will spend their day before they go out hunting at night. Relatively close to the shore, Shelly Beach has a lot of interesting rock structure with overhangs for all sorts of marine life to hide themselves in. There were lots and lots of juvenile reef fish. Another feature of this dive was the whale song in the background. If you've got headphones on, or you can turn your volume up, if I stop talking in between my breathing, you can hear the whale song. As I mentioned, this dive site has lots of nooks and crannies, and it's amazing what you'll just come across. Here we can see a blue-grey carpet shark. This one was around about a meter in length, or 3.2 feet. And again, it didn't seem at all disturbed by our presence, especially with me sticking a camera in its face. Another nighttime feeder, this carpet shark will stay hidden for pretty much most of the daylight hours and then come out and feed. The fact that we had such fantastic visibility and a cloudless sky meant that the colours of everything were just illuminated to perfection. This particular soft coral was spectacular. I think it's very clever the way that the relatively large fish disappears completely into a relatively small space. I couldn't spot this guy after he ducked under this ledge. What we're about to see is a shovel-nosed ray. You can see it buried in the sand just next to the rocks there. You can see the dorsal fins sticking up out of the sand, and it noticed my presence before I could get too close, and off it went. I'd estimate that guy to be around about the 1.5 meters in length, so somewhere around about 5 foot. This lively guy is a stars and stripes pufferfish. With beautiful colourings and markings, this species is found pretty much throughout the Australian eastern seaboard and way up to the Indonesian area as well. Going around any corner, you never know what you're going to come across. This cone shell would no doubt have housed something pretty nasty, so I didn't mess with it. But I did get close enough for a finger-sized test. And finally, on the home stretch, you know you're getting closer to the shore when you can hear the waves breaking onto the sand. The total time on this dive was 64 minutes. We had a max depth of 6.1 meters, which is 20 feet. And as I mentioned previously, the water temperature was 22 degrees Celsius, which is 71.5 Fahrenheit. And the viz was 15 meters or 49 feet. Altogether, a perfect dive on a perfect day.
Oh, there you are! Wow. Well, that's got to be better than going to work, eh? Those whale noises. Yeah.
If you enjoyed this scuba diving adventure with Q and you'd like to see more, please subscribe to the YouTube channel, leave a like, and if you have any comments, leave them down below. As soon as I see them, I'll get back to you. Thanks for watching, and take it easy.